education, intonation, pronunciation, speak right to the nation. You want to know how? Please ask me now. Dictionary police, yeah. From A to Z, speak beautifully. Dictionary police, yeah. Stress button and stress times rhythm. Dictionary police, yeah. Proper pronunciation, beautiful intonation. Dictionary police, yeah. Dictionary police, right, yeah. Dictionary code. Dictionary code. Dictionary code.
I'm only 8 years old, feeling in the blue. I wonder if there's anything I can do. My friends pronounce words wrongly over town, and when I hear them, those just really make me frown. Lots of sound that I can do, but the dictionary is here to put you through all the sounds from A to Z, intonation, pronunciation, and stress time rhythm, all made easy. All made easy.
Dictionary police, yeah. Dictionary police, right, yeah. Dictionary code. Dictionary code.
Do you want me to teach you another sound?
Yes.
Okay.
Diagram vowel I-E saying E.
Oh, diagram vowel I-E saying E. Do you have a conversation for me and that?
Yes.
Okay, before the conversation, let's take the drills. Alright? For the diagram vowel I-E saying E, we can have this in the following words. Repeat after me. Knees.
Knees.
Reef.
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 Peace.
Peace.
Siege.
Siege.
Chief.
Chief.
Yield.
Yield.
Field.
Field.
I'm only 8 years
Shield.
old, feeling in the blue.
Shield.
There's nothing I can do.
Achieve.
Achieve.
When I hear them, those just really
Shriek.
frown. Lots of sound
Shriek.
that I can do, but the
Relief.
dictionary is here to put you
Relief.
through all the sounds from
Relief.
A to Z,
Relief.
intonation, pronunciation, and stress time
Handkerchief.
rhythm, all
Handkerchief.
Very good. You did very well. Now, let's learn from the pictures. Handkerchief.
Handkerchief.
Shield.
Shield.
Priest.
Priest.
Chief.
Chief.
Very good. You did very well. Now, with these illustrative sentences, you will be able to say the sound E over and over again, and you will be able to practice intonation. Listen and repeat after me. My niece is the chief priest of Shield Church.
My niece is the chief priest of Shield Church.
I use my shield on the field.
I used my shield on the field.
A thief took my piece of cake.
A thief took my piece of cake.
I heard a brief shriek from the priest.
I heard a brief shriek from the priest.
Good. Yield, field, shield have the same rhyme.
Yield, field, shield have the same rhyme.
Do you have illustrative conversation?
Yes.
Okay, I think there is one I want you to say. My niece and the priest.
Good morning, my priest. Good morning, my priest. I got the brief of the thief and the brief in his heart. Oh, the chief with the big grief. Chief priest has been told. Has he not stopped stealing? No, he stole a piece of cake from the field of the chief priest last night. Too bad, too bad.
Wow, you did very well. Give yourself a super clap. I believe you can complete the next activity with this short class, right?
Yes.
Well done. It's a great pleasure to welcome all of you to this week's edition of Speak in the Right Diction. And today we are going to enjoy an interesting package, and that is words often mispronounced. I have decided to put all the words often mispronounced we did in the previous class together in a single package. And note is that this words often mispronounced is not just often mispronounced by some second language speakers, but sometimes in among our native speakers we can have these words often mispronounced. Now okay. Now my first word, as you can see, is abattoir. Repeat after me. Abattoir. Okay. Now, what is abattoir? Abattoir is a slaughterhouse, and let's use it in a sentence. My dad works in an abattoir. Repeat after me. My dad works in an abattoir. Okay, you did very well. Give yourself a super clap. Good. So it's abattoir and not what I hear people say as abattoir. I don't know where they got that from. Okay, so it's actually abattoir. Abattoir. You can see the stress on the first syllable. Take note of that and make good use of it. Okay, let's take a look at the next word. Although very simple, but is often mispronounced. It's pronounced after. Now, I often hear people say after. I don't know where they got that from, but some say they're trying to do strong pronunciation. Yes, that's true. But once you use it in a sentence, you must say after. It's just a T. You say alone. You don't need to say the ER, because the ER gives you sure sound. And you know, sure sound is a weak sound. So, we say after. Just say the T alone. The same way when you say doctor, you just say the T. Especially words with the sure sound ending. You just take the sure sound off, because for every consonant that comes before the ER, OR, especially sure ending words, it's just a consonant you say, because the consonant itself carries a sure sound. For example, if I say t, 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 it carries a sure sound. That's why you are able to hear it. Okay? You're able to hear it because it carries a sure sound. So go t, then say after. So it's not after. No. That's not English. I don't know where we got that from. So say after. Very good. And you can see the transcription there. It's a preposition. And what does it mean? It means in the time following an event or another period of time. After. Now let's use it in a sentence. Cinderella and her prince lived happily ever after. Repeat after me. Cinderella and her prince lived happily ever after. Cinderella and her prince lived happily ever after. Okay, let's go to the next word. The next word is pronounced almond. Now you should be very careful when you say this word, because the letter L is not pronounced. The A and the L will give us A. So let me hear you say almond. Is an oval, edible nut-like seed of the almond tree growing in a woody shell, widely used as food. Okay, now let's use it in a sentence. I love almonds. I love almonds. Okay, let's quickly look at the next word. is also having a schwa ending, so you're just going to hear the consonant sound at the end. It's pronounced anchor. Anchor. Did you notice anything? Okay, it's pronounced anchor. Now, I didn't say uncle, so be careful. Listen again, it's pronounced anchor. And try to bring it up so that you can see it. Can you see it very well? It's pronounced anchor. Anchor. And it means a heavy object attached to a cable or chain and used to moor a ship to the sea bottom. Okay, so let's use this in a sentence. How would a ship fare without an anchor? I don't think so. Now repeat after me. How would a ship fare without an anchor? Okay, you did very well. Give yourself a super clap. Now let's take a look at the next word. I'm going to scroll it up gently so that you can see it. And that is relation. Okay, now let's take a look at the next word. The next word is quite simple. However, I noticed that many mispronounce it. It's pronounced area. You notice it starts with air. In some transcription, you have the air sound. And you go area, air, air, area. So what you should take note is not A, it's not area. I hear some people say area. Area. No, no. It's actually area. Now, when you say area, you're talking about a region or part of a town, a country, or the world. So, let's use it in a sentence. Repeat after me. Do you know the area where I live? Do you know the area where I live? And not, do you know the area where I live? No, that's what we're trying to avoid. So, go. Do you know the area where I live? Brilliant. And that's lovely. And that's the way you should say going from today. Now, let's bring it back. We have done area. Let's scroll up. Next word is assume. 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 Repeat after me. Assume. And it means suppose to be the case without proof. Now let's use assume in a sentence. Let's assume we are in London. Let's assume we are in London. Repeat after me. Let's assume we are in London. Okay. Please take note, the word is assume and not assume. Repeat after me. Assume. Good. Now let's go to let's go to our next word. Now let's go to our next word. It's pronounced et or eight. So there can be two pronunciations. So what you should notice is that the first pronunciation et can be used or eight. And the two pronunciations are very correct. Okay, now let's have a sentence. I ate bread and egg for lunch. Or you could say, I ate bread and egg for lunch. So the two pronunciations are very correct. So just stick to one and it's okay. Now let's go to another word. Next word, I will scroll up again in order for us to have our next word. Good. I often hear people say, apostle. It's not apostle, it's actually apostle. Repeat after me, apostle. In this case, we have a syllabic consonant where we have the U coming to be the peak or to form the peak of the syllable. Okay, so it's apostle and not apostle. So repeat after me. Apostle. Apostle refers to each of the 12 chief disciples of Jesus Christ. Now let's have a sentence. James is one of the apostles of Jesus. Repeat after me. James is one of the apostles of Jesus. Okay, now let's take our very next word. Apple. Apple. You will notice I ended the word with U. 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 Okay, so it's pronounced apple. Apple. And not apple. There is no U sound there. It ends with a U. So it's apple. Apple. Okay? We know what an apple is. The definition is also there. Let's have a sentence. Apples are delicious. Apples are delicious. Apples are delicious. Okay. Our next word is all. So it's not pronounced our. I don't know where we got that pronunciation from. It's actually all. Repeat after me. All. And it means a feeling of reverential respect mixed with fear or wonder. For example, in a sentence, God's creation is awe-inspiring. Repeat after me. God's creation is awe-inspiring. Okay, you did very well. Now let's go to our next word. It's pronounced ballet. 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 And what does it mean? An artistic dance form performed to music using precise and highly formalized set steps and gestures. Ballet. I can dance ballet. And not I can dance ballet. That is common among second language speakers. Please take note of that. Our next word is bosom. Bosom. My bosom friend. Bosom. Okay, and what is bosom? It's use of a friend, very close or intimate. Repeat after me. Daniel is my bosom friend. Daniel is my bosom friend. And not Daniel is my bosom friend. No, it's actually bosom. bosom. Daniel is my bosom friend. Okay, now let's go to the next word. Our next word, I have to scroll it. Build. I would love to build my house on a mill. I would love to build my house on a mill. Listen again and repeat after me. I would love to build my house on a mill. Okay, you did very well. Now let's go to our very next word. Bough. Bough. It means a main branch of a tree. Now repeat after me. Bough. That's the same way we say like when you bow. So if you forget the word, just remember bough when it means the branch of a tree. Okay, now let's have a sentence. I sat at the bough of a mango tree. Again, I sat at the bough of a mango tree. I sat at the bough of a mango tree. Okay. Our next word is bird. 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 Repeat after me. Bird. I often hear friends or students pronounce it as bed, or some even sound it like board. It's neither. It's actually bird. Listen and repeat after me. Bird. Okay, and we have the meaning there also. Now, let's take the sentence. I love it when birds sings. I love it when birds sings. Okay.
Dictionary. Education, intonation, pronunciation, speak right to the nation. You want to know how? Please ask me now. Dictionary is yeah. From A to Z, speak beautifully. Dictionary is yeah. Stress button and stress times rhythm. Dictionary is yeah. Proper pronunciation, beautiful intonation. Dictionary is here. Dictionary is right here. Dictionary. Dictionary. Dictionary.
I'm only 8 years old and feeling kinda blue. I wonder if there's nothing I can do. My friends pronounce words wrongly over town, and when I hear them, those just really make me frown. Lots of sound that I can do, but the dictionary is here to put you through all the sounds from A to Z, intonation, pronunciation, and stress time rhythm. All made easy. All made easy.
Dictionary is here. Dictionary is right.